Welcome to Gaia, the homeworld of what is most arguably the greatest role-playing game ever created, Final Fantasy VII. This game brought to life some of the world's most recognizable characters, such as Cloud Strife, Aerith Gainsborough, Zack Fair, Vincent Valentine, and the ever-infamous Sephiroth. The story of Final Fantasy VII revolves around an ex-soldier first class, Cloud, and his friends trying to save the planet from its impending fate. First is from the greed of Shinra, a company that made its fortune by sucking up the planet's life force, and the second is from Meteor, which was summoned by Sephiroth in order to greatly injure the planet. The journey is plagued with love and loss, remembrance and forget, and the always present idea that the world is bigger than yourself. What is it specifically, though, that made this game so famous? Was it the characters?
Oh yeah!
The storyline? The cutting-edge graphics? While I could easily spend an hour analyzing all of these aspects, the area in which I would like to focus is the music. The musical score, created by Nobuo Uematsu, is considered the most memorable soundtrack of the Final Fantasy series. Being the first Final Fantasy game made for PlayStation 1, the composer could have given the music a more CD quality, but opted to use MIDI sounds instead. My question is, since MIDI sounds are lower quality, why use them when you can finally record songs in a studio? You'd think this choice would have been a drawback to the game, but it was actually credited as giving the soundtrack a very distinct mood and feel. It became so distinct, in fact, that it was wildly popular with its listeners. Since the release of the original soundtrack, the songs have been composed for orchestras and remade numerous times. One example of this is Cloud's theme, which is better known as the Final Fantasy VII World Map theme. As you may or may not have noticed, this is the same song as the one played during the beginning of this video, only that was the orchestrated version of Cloud's theme. Let's listen again. While this theme is very popular, it is not the most well-known song in Final Fantasy VII. Aerith's theme, while not quite as well-known as a certain other song, is highly recognizable as the song representing the sweet flower girl you meet in the slums of Midgar. It is first heard when Cloud sees Aerith for the second time in her church. Upon meeting Aerith in the game, she warms your heart with her upfront and sweet personality. Though her theme in this scene is subtle, it is memorable, which is why it had such an impact on those who played Final Fantasy VII. That, and because the next time her theme is played, it is considered to be one of the most famous and shocking scenes in all of gaming history. Following this scene, Aerith's theme furthermore had such an effect on people's emotions that it has been known to make fanboys break out in tears. Because of how the scene was created, the fact that there is almost complete silence until the materia hits the floor, then her theme begins to play. You don't even have enough time to completely grasp onto what just happened before the music hits your heart like a ton of bricks. The theme then continues to play as Cloud laments and cries over Aerith's lifeless body, and then even further into the fight with Genova. This way of matching the music with the scene constantly reminds the player of her theme song and makes you forever associated with this part of the game. It looks like Cloud is starting to feel depressed, so I think it's time to change the topic. Oh, sorry, not that one. Sorry, Cloud. Oh, where is it? Oh, no, sorry. Here we go. The mood of the Gold Saucer music is happy and upbeat, offering a perfect background to the theme park setting and making you completely forget about the sad dump of a refugee town that you just left. It may not be as famous as Aerith's theme, but it is definitely memorable in its own right. When I went back and played this game for the first time since I was 7, this was the one song that I was able to hum along with perfectly from memory. Why? I'm not so sure, but it was. In contrast to the Gold Saucer, in my opinion, would be the song called Shinra Corporation, the theme for Shinra Headquarters. Whereas the theme of the Gold Saucer was in a major chord, this theme is in a minor, which gives it a dark and heavy feel. Shinra Inc. is the company that the group very much despises in the game. The corporation is slowly killing the planet in order to make lives easier and, of course, make lots of money. This is very much reflected in the darkness of this song, which gives a constant sense of foreboding and evil as you walk through Shinra's corridors. It was used in Final Fantasy VII's prequel, Crisis Core, as well, in which it had the exact same effect. For the first half of the game, the music was lighter and unhaunting. However, once Shinra takes a turn for the worse and the music changes to this, you become very aware that something is wrong.